Tyrion may be a monster, but
monster, monster,
Tyrion may be a monster, but take a look. Look at the consequences.
Consequence, consequence.
Look at the consequences.
The home of my colleague, Illyrio Mapatis, a merchant. He and I met many years ago through mutual friends.
mutual, mutual,
Through mutual friends. Through mutual friends. A group of people who saw Robert Baratheon for the disaster he was.
disaster, disaster,
For the disaster he was.
I don't imagine they revoke your nobility for killing a whore. Must happen all the time.
You already drank yourself across the narrow sea.
In a bar.
Narrow, narrow.
You already drank yourself across the narrow sea.
In a bar.
They've never killed before.
It's only a matter of time, Your Grace. Conquerors always meet with resistance.
I did.
Resistance, resistance.
Conquerors always meet with resistance.
I did. So cowards in masks could take it away. And I did not take up residence in this pyramid so I could watch the city below decline into chaos.
chaos, chaos,
Pyramid so I could watch the city below decline into chaos.
Drive at me. Keep your shield up, or I'll ring your head like a bell.
Shouldn't you be training too?
Train, train.
Shouldn't you be training too?
Was seen taking the body of a Wilding girl north of the wall. Why?
It's where she belonged.
belong, belong,
It's where she belonged.
Attack! Don't cross your feet!
cross, cross,
Don't cross your feet!
He's 13. Boys go to war at 13.
He has other gifts, does he? The gift of a great name.
gift, gift,
The gift of a great name.
Who swore to find the Stark girls?
I found Arya. She didn't want my protection.
Sansa's still
Will
mine.
you shut your mouth?
shut, shut,
Sansa's still
Will
mine.
you shut your mouth?
Deepest condolences, Your Grace. This tragedy. I never trusted Varys. I often warn.
Warn, warn.
I often warn.
Cousin Lancel, I hardly recognized you.
My deepest sympathies.
sympathy, sympathy,
My deepest sympathies.
They call themselves sparrows. Bloody fanatics. Religion has its place, of course.
religion, religion,
Religion has its place, of course.
His bow hunt. His wine.
wine, wine,
His wine. Ready to dole out mercy. Or justice.
justice, justice,
Or justice. I will pray for your father's soul.
The day Tywin Lannister's soul needs your help.
soul, soul,
The day Tywin Lannister's soul needs your help.
I think we would have a lovely time, judging by my experience.
That would be wonderful. Dawn, Highgarden.
wonderful, wonderful,
That would be wonderful. Dawn, Highgarden.
In any event, you shouldn't keep your intended waiting.
My intended? Please. Tywin's
intend, intend,
my intended. Please. Tywin's
Refuse the Kingslayer, a dangerous proposition.
Not as dangerous as releasing me.
dangerous, dangerous,
Not as dangerous as releasing me.
But earning it for yourself, that takes work.
Not well suited for work.
I think you...
Suit, suit.
Not well suited for work. I think that's how they became powerful in the first place.
Perhaps. Perhaps we've grown so used to horror.
Horror. Horror.
Perhaps we've grown so used to horror.
I will never sit on the Iron Throne.
No, you won't. But you could help another climb those steps and...
Climb. Climb.
But you could help another climb those steps and... Or you can ride with me to Marine, meet Daenerys Targaryen and decide if the world is worth fighting for.
Worth. Worth.
And decide if the world is worth fighting for.
Concessions.
Politics is the art of compromise, Your Grace.
I'm not a politician.
Politician. Politician.
I'm not a politician.
Free men would fight free men. The pit fighters you liberated plead for this opportunity.
Plead. Plead.
Plead for this opportunity.
I learned to fight like a Dothraki screamer, a Norvoshi priest, a Westerosi knight. Soon I was famous.
Famous. Famous.
Soon I was famous.
That's why I have the Unsullied patrolling the streets.
Anyone with a chest full of gold can buy.
Chest. Chest.
Anyone with a chest full of gold can buy.
I don't want another child's bones dropped at my feet.
Bone. Bone.
I don't want another child's bones dropped at my feet. I can't control them
Anymore.
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 I can't control them anymore.
I'll give him this much. He's bold.
Shouldn't a king be bold?
Bold. Bold.
Lands to come together for the first time in history. Thens and Hornfoots.
Horn. Horn.
Thens and Hornfoots. You brought them together to save them because none of them has survived the winter, not a...
Survive. Survive.
Because none of them has survived the winter, not a...
This isn't about that.
Then bend the knee and save your people.
Bend. Bend.
Then bend the knee and save your people. They'll burn you alive.
Alive. Alive.
They'll burn you alive.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to die. And burn to death.
Burn. Burn.
And burn to death. But it's better than betraying everything I believe.
And what happens to your people? You preserve your dignity and die standing.
Dignity. Dignity.
You preserve your dignity and die standing.
You're a good lad. Truly, you are.
Truly. Truly.
Truly, you are.
Free folk.
Folk. Folk.